Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Married to Sports podcast. With me, as always, I have Corey Hot Rod and the Diabolical One. We have a special guest with us today, back to back. We have special guest Diane. Welcome in.
Thank
How are you
you.
guys doing today? How's everybody doing?
We're
I'm wearing a
doing
Doing
Browns
great.
good.
jersey.
Good.
How much the hell
Friday.
am I doing? I'm wearing a Browns jersey.
Well, it's a beautiful one. I got one to match it. Look at that. It's beautiful.
You two look
Beautiful
cute.
thing.
Yeah,
Twins.
You too.
yeah,
Hey, at least you got the newest one, Shadur.
yeah.
Deal.
I have the Dude Wipe sponsored Shadur jersey.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh my
the
god.
Shadur jersey, Alpha Dog. Yes.
Yes.
See, I got the Baker Mayfield.
It's the
outfit,
dude
like
wipes,
4
don't
quarterbacks
forget.
ago.
Yeah, that's what I said. At least he
Yeah, I was gonna
upgraded.
say he's not even there anymore.
Yeah, I had to get a Baker though. Ever since he told Kansas to suck it, I was all for Baker. Then he
Gotcha.
planted the Ohio State with the flag on Ohio State. I was like, oh, this kid has got some moxie. I like this kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so Diane, talk to us a little bit about what you did. Obviously, you grew up in baseball, around baseball. Kind of grew up in a different, not grew up. You were a part of a few different organizations. Why don't you kind of walk us through your experience and tell us about what you did and who you did it for?
Okay. So I was born and raised in Arizona. In high school, I started athletic training after I could no longer do gymnastics because of an injury. Always was in love with baseball for whatever reason, so did that in high school as a trainer. My dad's best friend was the head trainer for the San Francisco Giants when I was growing up.
Wow.
So he was kind of always my mentor. He then went on later to do ML. Like he was the athletic trainer for all the umpires. Actually, he started a program, but he was my mentor growing up. So when I first graduated high school, I got to work with the '97 Firebirds, which was the AAA team for the Giants. Did some just shadowing there, got to be in the training room with them, out in the dugout for games, all of that stuff. So it was great. And they actually had a female trainer at the time at the AAA level, which was very rare back then. Like that was one of the reasons I ended up going from athletic training to physical therapy, just because it was such a hard road, and to make any money in it, like it would have been a real challenge. So we did that. And then I went to the University of Arizona for 1 year and worked with the football team there in athletic training. And then ended up, for a number of reasons, transferring up to Arizona State, where I was for my last 3 years in their program as a student athletic trainer. So I got to work with a lot of kids that ended up going to either the NFL or the MLB, because I did baseball and football. In between there, before I went to Arizona State, I was able to work with the Colorado Rockies minor leagues in Tucson, Arizona, when it was still in Tucson. So same thing, got to go every day. This was more with all the minor league teams. So the big league team was there, but they had their own trainers. So I was with the minor league training staff for all of that. And then, then Arizona State, we did football and baseball again. So, so I was doing the athletic training for all that. Once I went to PT school, I went to USC after Arizona State. Just worked in some of the high schools and stuff to keep up my athletic training as long as I could while I went to PT school. So a lot of the stuff was earlier on, and then I became a PT. I did a lot, though. The physical therapy clinic that I worked at in Arizona had contracts with both the Chicago Cubs and the Angels at the time. So we did all of their team physicals. We saw all their guys come through. So I got to work with a lot of those guys too in physical therapy, but just at a different capacity, I guess, in the physical therapy realm.
Okay.
Who are
So
some of the
that was
bigger
kind of a journey.
who are some of the bigger names you got to work with?
So Firebirds, Russ Ortiz was one of the pitchers. He was with the Giants and the Braves and the Diamondbacks. Keith Folk, who was with the Boston Red Sox for a little bit, along with the Giants. U of A football actually had a couple big names. Trung Candidate, I don't know if you guys remember him from the
Candidate Rams,
Rams.
yeah.
He had a couple big years. Yeah. So he was there when I was there, which was fun. Chris McAllister, who played for the Ravens for a long time. He was a great
Defensive
cornerback
back.
there. Yep, defensive backs are. Yep, he was a good DB there, so that he was a great guy. And then Antonio Pierce was there, which is kind of funny because he went and graduate, or he was from U of A, but then ended up going coaching at Arizona State and then with the Raiders. So, and played along the way too with Washington and the Giants. So, um, let's see. Without the Rockies, there's only a couple that really. Juan Uribe was one of the big ones for the Rockies. He ended up playing shortstop for them for quite a while.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so he was a character, let me tell you. That was one thing that was so interesting with the Rockies is because they had such a large recruitment from the Dominican Republic. I learned Spanish very quickly in that locker room because I had to be able to talk back and yell like every word and every naughty word I needed to learn very quickly as a female being in there. And they could never pronounce my name, so I was Maria for 6 months. So
Sorry.
they all would, yeah, they couldn't do Diane, so it was Maria for 6 months of my life. Arizona State football. There was J.R. Redmond. He played for a couple years
Yep.
with New England. Brian Jennings, long snapper, but he was my San Francisco 49er for a long time.
Yep.
Todd Heap. I know you talked about him a little bit with Baltimore.
Yep.
One of the nicest and hardest working guys I've ever met. He's
Very good football
amazing.
player, too.
Yeah, very good. And then Adam Archuleta,
Yeah.
who played with the Rams too, and now is doing a lot of broadcasting stuff. So it's fun to see him with that. He's doing well with that.
Archuleta was a good player.
Sean McDonald. Yeah, I love. And these were all really good. I mean, there's always one or two that are difficult, but most of these guys were really great guys. So Sean McDonald and Terrell Suggs are the other two from ASU. Terrell was a piece of work, but love him to death.
He was a hell of a player. He was a hell of a player.
Oh, yeah.
But when he was in sports, you know, he lived that role. I mean, that was his. He owned it. I've watched a lot of his podcasts and interviews, and you just you see a totally different guy. Where I'm like, you know, because as a Steelers fan, Terrell Suggs was a nemesis to them. He played for the Ravens, and I mean, he caused so much destruction and mayhem. But now when I watch him after he's retired, it's like that's who I think he really was, but not on the field. I understand where he was at as an athlete, but as a person, I think he was, you know, probably if I.
Well, I think he grew up a lot through football too.
Yep.
Like you really could see a difference from him from when he started, like at Arizona State and stuff. He was just a college kid, right? But he was never just a college kid because you could see him a mile away on campus because he was just so big and his personality was such a presence, you know. And then watching him go through year after year, you could just see him grow. And you know, he's become such a family man. He's had a couple issues, but so has everyone.
Yeah.
So he's a treasure. He's a great kid. I always used to call him kids. They're the same age as me because I went to college with them, but you know what I mean.
And I think when you play alongside guys like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, you know, I think that kind of carries over to you. You know, Ray Lewis is the most electrifying man in football. And to this day, he can still pump a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think Terrell kind of took over his role a little bit once he was gone with that attitude and the presence, like you said, Dio, on the field. So
Yeah.
he's one that was fantastic.
Now,
Hey, Diane, do you?
And then the last couple for
Sorry, go ahead.
baseball, the biggest was Andre Ethier with the Dodgers.
Yep.
So he was there for a number of years with them. So, and there's a couple other small ones from there, but nothing
no,
major.
every time I think of the Colorado Rockies, there's only one player that ever comes to mind, and I'm just curious if you ever got to meet him. Todd Helton.
I knew you were going to say Todd. I did get to meet
Was
Todd.
he as cool as I was told that is the coolest baseball player, hands down. Like that is the greatest baseball player in the whole wide world when it comes to like personality, like all that.
Absolutely. He was wonderful. I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but you know, because the major league field was right there, we came across a lot of those guys, and he was very genuine, very what you see is what you get. It's not like an act or anything like that. He was a great guy.
He was one of my.
So there's other people I've met like that when I was in a physical therapy clinic, also like Barry Bonds. I got to meet a couple times because he'd come into the clinic. Jake Plummer, because he was there my first year
Plummer.
too. And then Pat, obviously.
He spent a
No,
lot of
Jake
time with the
Plummer. There's
trainers.
another one.
Jake Plummer did.
Yeah,
So,
no kidding.
so something I wanted to ask
Do
you,
you?
Diane, and
Yeah,
it's you mentioned when you went to the Firebirds, there was already a female trainer there. Do you think that
yeah.
she did a good job paving the way for a young woman to come along and kind of teach them the pitfalls and give them the best tips and advice to navigate, because athletes are a different beast, right? Um,
Oh, 100%.
how when you started to when you left, in your travels, did you see growth and
Yeah.
opportunities for young ladies in that field?
Oh, so much. If you
Okay.
look now, if I was back in college now starting, I don't think I would have been so detoured to
Yeah.
not keep going. There's females on almost every football staff, I want to say, in one way, shape, or form with the athletic training now. Baseball has a couple for sure, where before it was like one, maybe two. And I think Donna did a great job because she really just set the tone from the beginning of the season. Like, okay, I'm here. You see where your locker room is. You see where my training room is. Put a towel on. Like,
Yes.
it's not an option anymore.
Yeah.
And the guys, as long as you set it down and you were consistent with it, it was never an issue the whole time I was in there. It was never uncomfortable or anything like that, as long as you didn't make it that way also.
Yeah.
So she was very good at showing that. Just set the expectations and go.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's all it really was. Like, don't come in here without shorts and stuff. If you're walking by from the locker room, you have a towel on. It's not asking. Everyone felt like it was going to be so hard for these guys and have a female in the locker room because they have to put it. I mean, do we really? It's not that hard.
Right.
Exactly, and
Just,
that's what I was
ask
that's what I was wanting to touch
towel
on,
on.
because I mean, you went through there, what, late '90s?
97 was the year, 97, 98. I was
Yeah.
there. That was their
So
last season there.
I got to think that time period back. Though, we're talking over almost 30 years ago. It's just,
Oh, God, thank you.
yeah. I know.
I know. Way to
We're
make me
there
feel
together.
old, and that's hard to do.
Right? That means I graduated almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. So you're looking at it and you're going, okay, it is a different world. Most of those sports are male athletics, right? And but you got equal
Yeah, yeah.
opportunity and that sort of thing. And I think it's when I found out you used to be in that field, I was like, oh my God, guys, we got to get her on here. So I want to talk about it because I like to hear that it's grown so much and the opportunities have. And you got to look at yourself as
Yeah.
part of that person, being that person that helped build the path for so many people. So
Yeah.
you have to give yourself a pat on the back there, because I couldn't imagine.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And
Go ahead.
even when I was at Arizona State, I always wanted to work baseball, right? So when I got there, Coach Murphy was not a fan of females in the training room
Okay.
or in the baseball training room. So yeah, oh yeah, Pat Murphy was the coach when I was there.
Your
So
distraction.
that's another one that's fun to watch his progression. So
Yeah.
we're into baseball, but so I got to do a whole year with him. And when I was leaving, he made sure to let me know how great it was, what a wonderful experience it was. He was like, I will write you a recommendation letter anywhere you want to go, when I was trying to go to PT school stuff or athletic training. So that one was really big to me because I knew how against it he was.
Yeah.
And so I think I was only the second one of the student trainers who had ever been through there as a female because of Pat. So that was a big deal to me for sure. And even the Rockies, they didn't have any female trainers. It was me and 5 guy trainers for all the minor league stuff. So it was a great, and there was no issues. There was had to have talks. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just, it was good.
No, well, that speaks volumes of the organization. You know what I mean? Because
100%.
yeah, because I mean, I'm sure there's other organizations that do have issues that have gone through the problem.
Oh, absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
hurdles. So that's just something I wanted to ask you about, because I wanted to hear your point of view. I didn't know what to expect from that answer. I figured there may have been some, trials and obstacles
No.
for you, but they're not. Okay, fair enough. So
Yeah, and I think it's different in the college setting too, because you don't have the locker room issue. because they have their locker room, you have your training room. It's very
Yeah.
separate because it's a training room for all of the sports, not just football or not just baseball. So that was always never really an issue, except if it was with the coaches. You know what I mean? Like with Pat. But um, that was always much easier. So it was definitely the major league stuff with the 40 or with the 49ers, I wish, with the Giants and the Rockies, just because it's a facility just for that. So it's all contained within one area.
Well, if you were with the 49ers, they'd really be putting you to work. Um,
That no, don't even get me started on that, please.
Pretty sure they're going to draft a surgeon with their number one draft pick this year.
I
Um,
mean, they need to.
the Now walk me through. You said you did baseball and then you went and did college football and baseball. Now, from my experience in baseball, the injuries were completely different than injuries in football. Mostly in baseball, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Most of the
Yes.
baseball injuries were like wrist, elbows, and upper body. Some legs, not very many. Ankles, if you don't know how to run bases, right?
Yep.
Football, you can hurt
Correct.
anything at any time, and you can have some of the most honest things happen. You can have some of the most, you know what I mean. You'd rather have it broken here than just what it ended up being. And so, walk me through the transition from
Yeah,
baseball to
some
football.
gnarly injuries for sure. Yeah, baseball, you see a lot more of the overuse injuries, is how we would kind of categorize that. So the shoulder for pitchers, because they're throwing the same pitch over and over and over and over, or that same mechanics, and so you get a lot of shoulder, a lot of elbow in
Yeah,
baseball for sure. You're seeing more hamstring stuff sometimes too with the sprints sometimes, but that was the other big one you would see sometimes. But football, oh yeah, football is like, I mean, can be catastrophic,
yeah,
obviously. I mean, I've had some injuries even through the high school stuff that I did where it was pretty touch and go. We had a liver injury where he had gotten hit and it was lacerated and we had to get the kid to the hospital. There's just so many random things that can happen in football. Baseball, you can get some random ones too,
right.
obviously, but not at the number that you get
Well, you very rarely
So,
saw a dude get knocked out.
football.
If you did, it's because his glove wasn't fast enough. Anyway,
Right.
um,
so
Or he hits the wall the wrong way or something
yeah,
like that. But it's so rare, I guess, compared to
yeah.
football.
I mean, it really is. But I mean, you don't have the most contact I had really playing baseball was if I slid into second or I slid into home. Third usually wasn't very physical. You don't slide into first, obviously, and I mean home is where
Right.
he's trying to block me from getting there, and I'm trying to move him. So there's going to be a collision there.
Correct.
Outside of that, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty. You stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. We're not gonna touch each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a non contact sport for the
Yeah.
most part.
So I didn't know if it
Yep.
would be a
Definitely. So
harder transition. I didn't know if it'd be a hard transition or if it would just be like walking into just complete chaos, not knowing really. But I mean, obviously you're training for it, so I didn't know really how the transition would work or how it was.
Well, and obviously the difference of the type of staff you have at a football game at any level compared to what you have at a baseball game differs greatly. So like a high school baseball game, I don't really have usually a EMS, or I didn't back in the I'm sure they do now with all the precautions, but you didn't necessarily have a ambulance on standby. Where football games it was required to have an athletic trainer and an ambulance, So there was different standards for the different sports too. So you were never alone in it as an athletic trainer, but as you moved up, I mean, you look at the sidelines of a college athletics versus a high school versus a pro, and the number of people that are on that sideline just to help with those injuries and stuff is a huge difference. So when you're working in a high school setting, you may be the only athletic trainer there for the entire school. So any sport that's going on, you're just trying to move around. If there's a major thing, you're calling 911 and that's it. um, as you move up, you have doctors on the field, you have EMTs on the field, so really the trainer gets out there, assesses it, and then someone else kind of takes over. So, and that's definitely evolved also with all of the different tools they have and stuff like that.
Right.
I know one of the newest things they've done is put what do you call them, AEDs, like the defibrillator.
Absolutely. Yeah, we didn't have any of that stuff. Like everyone now has an AED, everyone's trained in that. It's part of your BLS certification. We even have one like at our snack bar for youth baseball league over here up in upstate New York now. It's like we have those different technologies and apparatus that can help so much now that we didn't have before. So it's great for the system, but it also helps decrease the stress on a lot of the humans that have to make these decisions and know what to do with those things with the technology that they have now too. It was stressful, don't get me wrong.
So you mentioned something earlier. You went into as an athletic trainer, but then you switched over to physical therapy. Was it just because physical therapy, there was more of an opportunity and paid more, or is that kind of what was going on there?
Yeah, so that was a really hard decision for me because I loved the athletic training field. But yeah, talking with Mark, who was the trainer from the Giants and stuff, and just looking at the different, when you're a physical therapist, you're really never not going to have a job
Right.
unless you fall downstairs, and then that's a different story. But
Right.
there's so many different fields as far as nursing home, in-home healthcare, outpatient, inpatient, all of you can find a job. It's something that you're always going to be able to do.
Gotcha.
Pay, depending where you go in that realm, is always going to be better too. So
Okay.
at the time, for a female to make any kind of living on her own would be very hard in the athletic training world.
That's surprising.
So that's when,
Yeah, that just surprises me. But
oh,
yeah,
you even look now, it might be better now, but I mean, the head trainers at some of these colleges were making nothing when I was there. I mean, we're talking like 35,000
yeah,
back now. This was a while ago, but I mean, we're talking like nothing.
right. Yeah, that just,
And then again, it was for the female.
yeah,
That was another big thing is I didn't want to go into athletic training and just have to work any sport because I was a girl. Like I liked certain sports. They just happened to be most of the guys' sports. And so I knew that was going to be a struggle the whole way. So I just finally had to make the decision. And that's when I chose to go to PT school at USC. And then I still got to work with athletes, which was the great thing because I did have such a good connection with that physical therapy place in Tempe, Arizona, with that does all of the baseball stuff with the Angels and all of that stuff. So I had a great opportunity to walk into out of PT school because they already basically said I had a job when I graduated there. So it was great because we did so much with athletes there. Um, and I was able to work with some of the high schools out there. So really keep up my skills and stuff, and then just be able to kind of direct my career much more than I could as an athlete.
So what year?
How much?
Go ahead, Ron.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say,
I
what
was
year were you at USC?
I was at USC from 2001 to 2004,
2001, 2004.
the Reggie Bush era.
I was hoping you was gonna say '05. I was gonna say you was very sad that day, huh?
No, well, yeah, I still was pretty sad. I mean, but the thing was, like, I'm a USC, graduate for sure. But our medical camp or the physical therapy was on the medical campus, so we weren't even on the main campus for school and stuff. And because I had such a strong tie through the athletic training program at Arizona State, I never really grasped on to the love of USC as much as I did. When I was there, was it fun because we were winning? We'd go to games, absolutely. But is it something that I still have USC stuff in my closet? No. So it was just a very different experience than ASU in my undergrad because I did go through that athletic training program. So I felt like I was really part of that school.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Hey, Diane,
you guys hear me defend ASU so bad.
your experiences through with the different athletes and stuff. Do you still have any communication with any that you?
I don't really at this point. I did for a long time. It was really fun with the Rockies because when I lived in Arizona, my dad had season tickets to the Diamondbacks. So he would always snag the Rockies tickets for me. I'd get to go down where his seats were. We were right next to the visitors dugout. So like that was easier to kind of keep in touch with some of the guys that way. Back then we didn't really have cell phones like we do now too. So that communication was
Yeah.
never really there as much, if that makes sense. So not as much as I would like to, but like I ran into Adam Archuleta a couple years ago said hi, introduced, he remembered right away. I just don't think they would, but they do sometimes. So, but no, not as much since I've moved up here and stuff and away from some of the
Did you?
regions that I work in, I guess.
Rod, real quick, Rod, can you mute your mic a second? Okay. All right. Hey, Rod, I don't know if your speaker's going to be backed away or forward. Something's going on there.
Is that better?
All right. Somebody go ahead and talk, Diane.
Oh, I think I finished what I was saying.
Okay, Rod,
But
that's
yeah,
better.
so no, I
All
haven't been
right.
able to stay in touch as much as I would. But I think there's some that if I ran into, like when I run into Jake, sometimes when I used to do the Pat Tillman run every year, like you'd run into a bunch of the guys there and they would still know, we'd catch up and stuff. And it was like we never left, but I never, it was hard because as an athletic trainer, you're not supposed to, especially as a student athletic trainer, you're not supposed to kind of fraternize or, become friends. It's a hard line, like, especially when
Yeah.
you're the same age and at the same college as these kids. Like, you're in classes with them and stuff, but you're not supposed to hang out with them, so um, it kind of blurs that line a little bit, especially when they're gone. So it's more of like a professional relationship than anything else, I guess.
Now, you brought up Pat Tillman. Great man, sad story. Um, did you know him? Did you ever meet him?
I did meet him. He was gone I got there the year after the 96 season, but I did get to meet him a couple times because he'd still pop by the training room and stuff, and he was still around for a little while. So I did get to meet him a number of times. Um, just a fantastic kid. I mean, different in every way that they describe him. He was brilliant, and yeah, he was amazing. But it does not surprise me one bit that he did what he did.
Okay.
I have Pat Tillman stuff all over my house. My dad has gotten me a couple like paintings and stuff that people have done, so I have those all over my walls here. Pat's a big,
Yeah.
great,
Great
Is
American.
he,
Great
is,
athlete. Great American.
yeah.
is he
Yeah.
still the face of
And
Arizona
the fact
State?
that he played Arizona State, got to play for the Cardinals, he's just an Arizona kid to us too. So
Yeah. Go ahead,
I
Rod.
love that.
I was going to say, it's still really the face of Arizona State athletics, like talked about. I know they memorialize him with a walk and all, but beyond that, is he still really
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. So I mean, he's still a huge part. He's everywhere on in that sports facility, which is great. And they have the big statue of him where they come out of the tunnel and stuff. And it's like I've got to see that and be around that, and it's phenomenal. The picture that is in the tunnel when they come out that was done, I got to see that when I was there because I went down to the training room to see it. That mural is just unbelievable. So it's definitely a big part of it, and I think it's the perfect person to have be a part of Arizona State's or not legend, but legacy. There we go.
Yeah.
I just had to look up who that was.
Oh Lord, he was one of the hardest hit.
Are we being serious right now?
I'm a little younger
He's
than
only
y'all.
30. He's only 30.
Yes, Brandon, in your defense, yes.
Yeah, I was in
I understand.
6th grade when that happened.
No, I get it. I forget how young you are. But if you ever want to hear a great story, I mean, there's books, there's movies, there's all kinds of stuff on him, and he was
Yeah, that was sad.
was
Like what I just
a
read
man
was
among
sad.
men
That was sad.
for sure. Yeah, he was a special kid for sure.
And
He was when he
Big
played
loss.
with the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, he was a
So-
badass.
Gave him a $3 million contract to go serve in
Yeah.
Iraq. Became a Army Ranger, and then
Yep.
unalived by his
Yep.
own guys. That's messed up.
After they tried to say it was it was a whole debacle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
They tried to blame it on the other people and it wasn't, and they tried to cover it up. And there's a couple good I mean, reads out there and video or movie. I guess it's movies or whatever, but they're pretty interesting for sure to see some of the stuff. But oh yeah, he gave up he was with the Cardinals. He gave up a full contract to go with his brother into the Army Rangers.
I think he said 3.82 million a year is what he gave
Yeah,
up. That's crazy.
Yep.
which back then was, believe it or not, near the top of the pay grade.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had just gotten a new contract, I believe. Oh, we have a visitor in here. Sorry. Miss Cosmo's here, of course. So yeah, he was
Cosmo's welcome on
to
the
get to
podcast.
meet him was an honor. Oh well, she's under the table. She's fine. She's used to when I'm in this seat that she comes and gets TREATS because everyone loves to see her on live. So, but yeah, I was actually in a physical therapy internship in Arizona when we got the news about Pat and Jake was at the facility. That was one of the hardest things I had ever seen was when Jake find out about, oh, there's her ear right there.
Yeah, Jake.
When Jake found out about Pat, they were best buds.
That's what I was going to say. Jake and Pat were really best of friends.
Really tight. Yeah. And so that was really, I'll never forget that being at that clinic with that. It was, I mean, it was hard for all of us. It was hard for me, but to see him go, I mean, I can't even imagine. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jake
It
was
was good though.
he had a great career at Arizona State, and I had high hopes for him in the pros. And I don't know if
I
it was a
know.
combination of they just didn't have a good line for him, and they were missing that receiver to help him out. You know,
I mean,
there's
yeah.
a lot of what
Right.
ifs with that. You know, what ifs.
Yeah.
With Jake.
I mean, it is the Cardinals also. So
Yeah, yeah,
there's that.
you're right.
There's that part of it. It's the Cardinals, but
Well, you don't care,
you never know.
right?
Do I, Rodney?
Sorry, what was that?
I said you really don't care how the Cardinals are. You're a 49ers fan, right?
Yeah, I prefer the Cardinals to do poorly. It works out really well in my favor. Yeah, I became a 49ers fan because I was never a fan of them growing up. They were never very good. My dad always did not like the owners and the way they ran things, so I just never liked them. And since I was such a big San Francisco Giants fan because of Mark and stuff, I just gravitated towards them back in I mean, this was the Joe Montana, Jerry Rice days when I was younger and picking a team, so hard not to go that way if you're staying on the West Coast.
Right.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yuck. Yuck.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Hey.
Speaking of the West Coast, since we're talking about the Cardinals and the Niners, the other half of that division played last night, and there was a 2-point conversion that was later deemed 2 points. Seahawks go to win that game on another 2-point conversion at the end of the game. What in the world happened last night? Do you guys agree with the call?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm 50-50 on it, but I got to say this. At one point, we were all on the live, and we were all in agreement this game is over when it was 30-14. Looked like the Rams were just going to boat race them out of the building. And then it turned out to be one of the best NFL games we've seen this year in a fourth quarter. Whether you like the teams or not, which I don't, I'm not a fan of either, but it was a hell of a game. It just was. It was. It was.
Let's say this: it's the best Thursday night game we've had all year. We've watched
All year. Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go there for that for
Sure.
sure. 100%.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with
From
that.
what I saw.
I'll have to look back and see the Thursday night games.
Oh, come on!
Nah, I'll have to look back. I don't know if I can give you
There
that.
has not been another Thursday night game that good. They've
I don't
been
know.
terrible.
I'll have to look back. I'll take your word for it this time. But
Hey, I'm just telling.
here's my issue with the whole Seahawks Rams game last night. And I understand Sean McVay's point in it. And it's Replay assist is not supposed to help you in that situation. That is a challengeable call. And the Seahawks did not challenge it. They weren't smart enough to challenge it. They didn't even have enough guys in the box that were smart enough to even realize that that could have been a backwards pass. And replay assist later came in and said, that is a touchdown. The whistle had blown, and Charbonnet didn't even know he scored. That's the issue I have.
Yeah. And I agree with your thought process there, but here's the thing. All of those, any scoring play is reviewed.
Any scoring play, but that was not a scoring play because they deemed it incomplete, blew the whistle. That point became a challengeable play. And then you let a fumble.
I see that side of it.
And then you let a fumble get moved forward when it's not supposed to. The ball carrier, who would have been Sam Darnold at the time, would have been the only one allowed to advance that ball. So you broke two rules and you had video replay assist. That is crazy. I've never seen that in my life. I've been watching the game for a long time. That's not supposed to assist.
Yeah, what happened? What did the script say?
Oh no,
though?
you got to call Goodell. The one that him and I wrote. The one that him and I wrote apparently didn't mean nothing. Okay, because the Cowboys were out of the playoffs. The one we wrote.
We keep saying Vegas. We kept saying Vegas called replay assist and said, "Hey, replay assist this, please." You know, I know that was a screw play. You know, but at the end,
especially the timing of it. And
you're right, the timing.
It would have been one thing if it was immediate, but it wasn't even immediate.
But at the end of it, though,
right?
Yeah, that is.
It helped get us to a tie.
Well, the fact that it was the end of the game and it's such an important game.
Yeah. So we got bonus football last night. Both teams had an opportunity. Rams went down and scored. The Seahawks were then in a situation. They scored, and they had the decision: do we go for two, or do we kick to tie it and let the Rams drive down and maybe kick a field goal to end it? They went for two, and they got it. Game over. But I see where you're at, Brandon, on this. I do.
I absolutely love that they went for two at the very end of the game. Oh, what a nice
You had to come say hi. Sorry.
Going for two, not putting it on your defense, because think about it. If they go for one, they kick the extra point. Now they got to kick off to the Rams. Rams go down, they kick a field goal. Game's over. Why put that on your defense? I'm 100% cool to win now. Sometimes you just got to put your stuff on the table and say, "Hey, boys, let's go." And that was one of those moments. They did a great job. Sam Darnold did a great job playing himself back into the game after 3 turnovers. He really could have put them in the coffin.
Because ultimately, he did have 2 interceptions, and he did only have he had under 100 yards at one point in the game.
And Cooper Kupp had a fumble in the red zone. He also had a catch to make up for that fumble, but it happened. That play on the sideline was a nice catch by Cooper Kupp, and that was a way to redeem yourself after letting one go.
Oh my God, yes! When he fumbled it, yeah.
Hey, Brandon, why everybody's up here real quick. I just want anybody's opinion on this real quick. It's off of football, and I want to see what Diane thinks of this. Tonight, obviously, we have the college football, but besides that, we have a fight that's on Netflix tonight. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see another Mike Tyson flop by Joshua? Honestly,
why don't you fight somebody that's actually worth fighting?
That's out of my realm.
I'm just kind of wondering. I just had to ask that question. I know we're going to get onto football, more football and stuff, but I know that fight's tonight, and I just don't know what to think about it. I'm a person that likes boxing.
I personally want to get in the ring with Jake Paul.
Pure boxing.
I want to get in the ring with Jake Paul.
Huh?
I want to shut him up.
He makes me want that too. I think that's why I keep watching. I keep watching for
fight somebody that can actually fight. Instead of fighting guys that are like in the nursing home, come fight me. That's what you do.
Hey, as your agent, I'm on the phone with him right now.
So that's what you do.
Perfect.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm the person that wants somebody to shut him up.
I don't like him now. I can't stand him now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I just got real quick, I got some clarification on how they went to replay assist last night. It's because, all right, hold on. I know the officials blew the play. Like, it's like, okay, it was incomplete pass. However, whenever a player jumps on the ball in the end zone, okay, this is where they're at with this. It is then reviewed just in case it was missed. Had nobody picked up that ball or touched it, and an official went over and picked it up, replay assist would have never looked at that play again. But when Zach Charbonnet jumped on it,
Interesting.
the booth
He nonchalantly
automatically
walked over and picked it up.
he picked it up. Okay, he picked it up. But that's where I'm at. Replay assist automatically takes precedent over the officials because they want to make sure that nothing was missed. And when they replayed and watched it, they saw that it was a backward pass that was tipped by Jared Verse, but technically that ball was still a live ball. And officials missed it, and replay assist reviewed it and said that's a touch or that's a 2-point conversion.
Still don't like it.
Wow.
I agree. When you watch it bang bang in real time, you're kind of like, okay, but there we are. Sorry. But yeah,
It's
the
like,
fight tonight.
it's like the Des Bryant call.
If Jake Paul wins that fight tonight, I'm gonna be like, really?
He's
Really?
gonna win that fight because
Okay.
the dude is probably 80 years old. I don't even know who he's fighting. Who is he
Well,
fighting?
Joshua was a former.
First of all,
he's
first
a
of all,
former Anthony Joshua. He's a former
yeah,
champion.
Joshua is favored.
Who is it?
There's a minus 1,200 on it.
Joshua who?
Jake Paul is a plus 700.
Joshua versus Paul.
Yeah, Joshua's
Anthony
only
Joshua?
36. Brandon.
Hey, finally a dude under 40.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: he's favored to win.
out of the nursing home.
Hey, he might,
He's favored
that dude
to
might
win,
actually whoop
Brandon.
him. I might actually.
That's what I mean.
I might actually watch that.
Jake Paul is at a plus 700 tonight on it.
He's a plus 700.
Brandon
Jake
just
Paul
got
is,
real
yeah.
excited over there.
Yeah, I might get to see. I might get to see Jake Paul get whooped. I've been wanting to see him get whooped for a minute. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's his mouth that did it.
Might get it
Hey,
tonight.
I didn't mean to take us off. I didn't mean to take us a different direction. I just had to get you guys' opinion on that one.
Well, a lot of people's going to put their cabbage on Jake Paul because they like him, and he's got a lot of fans and he's an influencer. But I do think tonight he probably gets. I think he probably gets his butt knocked down and knocked out.
That dude's taller than him and thicker than him. That dude might actually put a whooping on him. Is it boxing or is it like UFC?
It's
No, it's
boxing.
boxing.
It's boxing.
Boxing.
I think I'd rather see them go UFC.
All right. I know we don't want to get into college. We got Diane. We have a college football game tonight. Alabama, Oklahoma. They're at Oklahoma, first round of the college football playoffs. Who do you have?
I'm going to say Oklahoma on this one. I just think they can do it. The home field does help on this, I think. And I have a hard time going for Alabama anytime, but I would in this situation. But I just think Oklahoma's got a chance.
Yeah,
So-
I have Oklahoma.
Am I still the
by
only one on
9
the Alabama?
No, you're not the only one going Alabama. You kidding me? Oklahoma's like marijuana. They just get smoked in a bowl.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So I've got Oklahoma winning by at least 9.
Brett Venables has to eat his Cheerios
you,
off a
Brandon.
plate because he'd lose them in a bowl.
oh my gosh, Brandon, you crack me
I
up.
love it. I love
I live
it.
in Oklahoma,
He's a
guys.
Texas fan, Diane.
I live in Oklahoma, and I got to give the Oklahoma guys all of it every single time.
Brent Venables is one of the best defensive coaches there is.
Okay.
So
I think Oklahoma wins.
I live
big
in
tonight.
Illinois, and I don't root for anything in Illinois.
Even in my shitty Browns jersey, Oklahoma
Fair.
wins big tonight.
Oklahoma
Yep.
wins big tonight.
I think so.
Give me the
Now-
quote, roll tide.
This is one time I really
now I
hit
got
real
a
wrong,
question
Dial.
for you, Brandon. What kind of laundry detergent to use
For what?
to wash your clothes with? You gotta say Roll Tide, or you use.
Oh, yeah, I did say roll tide. Give me the dish soap. I need the dish soap so I can wash my mouth out.
I know. Do you use the Real Tide
Yeah.
detergent?
Yeah, I actually do use Tide. Hashtag not a sponsor.
Man, now we're
Hashtag not sponsored.
yep.
Um,
Hashtag
all
not
right, guys,
sponsor.
getting into the NFL slate. The Saturday we got a doubleheader. The 4 o'clock game on Fox, Eagles and Commanders. I don't see the Commanders winning any more games this year. Give me the Eagles by a landslide.
And why are they playing this game tomorrow during the college football playoffs? That I don't. I mean, I know the NFL plays Saturday football this time of year, but why during the college football playoffs?
Why should the NFL have to change because of Pee Wee football?
Because
I'm just going to tell you that there's going to be more people watching the college football playoffs tomorrow than they will be the NFL.
Exactly.
well, I'm
I
glad I got
understand
three
that, but if I'm the
TVs.
NFL, I'm not going to cater to the Pee Wee football team that wants to come beat me. I'm going to run my ship, and they can go against they can do whatever they want to. I'm with the
It's low
NFL sticking to
ratings.
their guns.
It's low ratings, though. You're going to take low ratings just to cut your nose off to spite your face.
Look at the games that are being played. You got the Eagles and Commanders. That's going to be a mollywhopping, to say the least.
Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to
The
see it.
Packers and Bears might be a game.
But no one's going to watch
That's the
the
only game I would
mollywopping.
actually watch.
Do what?
That's the game I would only watch over a college football game.
Packers and Bears.
Do you really want
should
to watch
be a-
Tulane get beat by Ole Miss? Do you really want to see James Madison get graped by the
No.
other team?
First of all, Tulane is my college football upset.
That's
Hey, Diane, this is their thing every day. Here, hold on here. They should get going here.
I'm telling you, Brandon, Tulane is the only team that I think can pull it upset in college football. This
I have $1 on Tulane because $1 wins me 6. Here's the deal: James Madison is going to get runt over. The only reason that A&M is even on upset alert is because they're the only ones that are actually playing a real team.
I took Tulane and James Madison tomorrow.
Good luck.
Oh no!
Hey,
Look at
$1 wins you
Corey.
16 if James Madison wins. So put the zeros on that however you want.
Okay.
So you put 10, you get $160. You put 100.
A&M is beating Miami tomorrow too.
Yeah, I got A&M mollywhopping y'all. It's not even gonna be close.
Uh-oh.
Y'all might score 14.
Oh shit! Me and Brandon agreed on something today. Man,
Y'all might score 14. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
That defense is good.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Who remembers Texas A&M versus South Carolina? That Texas A&M team is very suspect.
Who won that game, Rod?
Let's be real.
Let's be real. Who won that game?
Texas A&M, but they're
Okay.
still suspect.
What did the scoreboard say, Rod? Scoreboard said that A&M won, right? So Carolina was so bad they got up 30 and couldn't complete the deal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Miami's a lot better.
Did they score any more points that second half?
No.
No.
Hey, I'm a Miami fan. I just hope the game's close, and I hope we have a chance to win at
You're not
the
even the
end.
Pee Wee Guru.
That's all I'm going to say about that game.
Brandon, listen to what
So.
I'm saying.
You're saying that you lost to a team.
You had a month off. You had almost 3 weeks off, and two of those games you could have easily lost. That makes you suspect.
Was Black Friday 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Dang, top five, you're having fun.
And it does fly when you're having fun. And I also got the Eagles for tomorrow.
We all got
Yeah.
Who do you got, Diane?
I think.
Eagles.
I need mouthwash
you
now
got
for saying
Saquon
that.
over there. That's my other team is Penn State.
I'm rooting
So
for
any
the
of those
Commanders. I'm
guys.
picking Eagles. Hot Rod. A&M got beat by Texas 3 weeks ago.
Oh, geez.
But
You think they're not mad about that loss to their big brother? We beat our little sister all the time. We're used to it. You think they're used to it? There's a reason they got out of our conference and was mad when we got back in it.
to your opinion.
Yeah,
You still call
yeah.
them
The Texas A&M game it
But
should be a big one.
Miami played 3 teams and they lost to 2 of them. So please explain that one to me.
you know. I
Uh,
I see what you're saying, but I still believe Texas A&M is more suspect than Miami.
You obviously haven't been watching
All
football.
right, all right. So hold on. Texas A&M lost to a Texas team, a rival game, but Miami lost to SMU and they lost to Louisville. That's not the same. That's not the same.
But
No, not even
no,
close.
we lost the ACC
That's not
teams.
the
But the only
same,
team they beat
Rod.
was Notre
No,
Dame.
all
Rod, I
right,
have to. I like I said, being a Hurricane fan, I hope it's close and Miami has a chance at the end.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a
Yeah.
mollywop. I just hope for a good game. So,
Good game.
well,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
obviously, me
Y'all-
being a
you guys
Miami
are
fan,
Carson
I'm rooting
Beck-
for him. But
You guys will
If
be.
look, your defense can hang, but if Carson Beck starts his turnover party, the game is not going to go well.
we're not even calling it
No,
a turnover
that's
party.
gonna
We're going to call it if he starts his crying,
Yeah.
having his
All right.
baby
The
fit
problem
on
with
the
Miami is
field.
I
So
don't think I'll
Diane
complain
took
in the
Eagles. I
trenches.
took
Yeah.
Eagles. Is it a sweep? Are the Eagles sweeping tomorrow?
Pretty much.
Rod, do you
Yeah.
have a KOD to throw out there?
All right, the KOD. I'm going for the Eagles, but I'll give you the KOD. The Commanders.
Oh, there you go.
Because
Okay.
It's not if you're picking the Eagles. They can't be the KOD if you're picking the Eagles.
No, he's picking the Commanders.
Packers at Bears.
I got the Bears.
Bears.
I got the
The
Pack.
Bears.
Micah Parsons is gone. Christian Watson may not play.
Yep.
Christian Watson was the difference in that
Jayden Reed's
last
back,
game.
though.
Yeah, I don't look.
That's their number one.
Jordan Love loves Christian Watson. And he hit him 3 times in that Bears game up in Green Bay 2 weeks ago. And if Christian Watson's not playing, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Go ahead.
And I think
Go ahead,
Micah
Diane.
Parsons made a big difference quickly on that defense, on not only the play, but the morale and the attitude. And I think they're going to miss him a lot.
Oh, I like that. I like that too.
Morale, I think he helped. I didn't think he helped on the field.
I do like.
He was pretty pedestrian.
He had a couple of good games. He did, where he was a difference. I mean, where he was in that backfield disrupting all game. He was.
I mean, he's getting there, and he's only been there a couple weeks too, but he brings a lot to the table. I felt. Well, he did.
Thought he's been pretty pedestrian the last 3 years. He was great his first 2 years, but pretty pedestrian after that. I'm glad we got rid of him. And now he's hurt, so I'm really glad we got rid of him. Chargers and Cowboys.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a different story.
Well, I was glad we got rid of him whenever he was holding out. I wanted him gone. As soon as we lost D-Law, I was over it.
Well,
I was
yeah.
over it.
No, I get that as a.
I think I'm going to go Cowboys in that game, Brandon, because look, they need a lot of help, but they can only help themselves by winning this game. To leave it into play, y'all aren't. You're so close to being eliminated, but I don't know where the Chargers are going to be at. In motivation wise, because they have a playoff spot. They have a playoff spot. So do they start resting some players and just kind of, concede a little bit and maybe give that
That's
game?
what I was wondering, looking at the injury side of stuff for sure.
That's where I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Cowboys. Sorry to be so long-winded on it.
Rod? You got
Cowboys.
Chargers, Rod, right?
I'm Chargers anyway.
There you go. I'm taking the Cowboys. We've got to get it done. I don't know if we do.
Homer take.
Yep, Homer take right here,
The
right there,
Chargers.
with both of us.
They got a chance. I mean, Herbert's playing lights out. They've been playing well.
They do. I don't know if they're going to be.
Yeah.
Look, the Chargers already have the playoff playoff spot. If they can't really move
Right.
their seating, there's no sense in going out there and getting guys hurt if you just want to kind of just go through the motions of playing the game and call it a day.
Right. Jets and Saints.
No, I'm going to take the Saints. They've been hot lately. They're playing lights out,
Yeah.
nothing to lose except the season. But anyways, they've already done that.
Except the
I'm going with the Aints.
I'm going with the Aints.
Yeah, I think that's sweet. Bills or Browns?
Bills.
Bills.
Bill.
I got the Browns with the upset.
Yeah, I got to do Bills.
I got the Browns with the upset.
Okay. All right.
You're traveling into Cleveland.
Okay.
The weather's
Okay.
not supposed to be. I mean, listen, you're expecting Josh Allen to put on this cape forever. Yeah, I
I'm pretty
just
sure
don't think he
Buffalo
felt
knows how to play in some weather.
I get it. I don't think the I don't think the Bills have enough. I just don't. I think you're gonna ask Josh Allen to do too much, and I think Shador is going to be able to outperform that defense.
Yeah.
And I think that the offense is not as good as the Browns' defense. Yeah, I said it. Josh Allen is one player. What receiver you got? Not a one. They have a decent backfield. They have decent DBs. They have good linebackers. They have a nice D line. In fact, they
We're
have
talking
the
about
defensive player of the year in Miles Garrett, who's going to get at least two.
we're talking about Shadurp Sanders.
Yeah.
Shadurp.
Shador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadurp.
Get a
There's a P at the end.
14-10.
Shadurp. Shadurp.
Shador. Yeah, 14-10.
They're gonna look.
I'm glad.
Bill's defense could be on him all day.
Cool. Miles Garrett's going to be
Shador's
all over Josh Allen.
Nah, get Bills. Come on, man. All right.
I'll sit
I'm
on
glad
Allen.
Mm.
I'll put red on that one, too. Don't even worry about it. Chiefs and Titans. Chiefs and Titans.
Who was that?
Oh man, I'm gonna go Titans in that one.
Man.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go Chiefs.
Yeah,
I
Chiefs.
go Titans.
Going Titans in that one.
Man, I want to rock with the Chiefs
Chiefs
so
just
bad. I
don't
don't trust
care.
Gardner Minshew at all.
They don't know what to do with themselves in this position.
But at the same time, are the
Yeah,
Titans really trying
Chiefs
to
don't know
fight?
what to do in this position at all.
Do the Titans want to lose that number one draft pick? Oh no, the Raiders are still there too. I mean, if they win, then the Raiders will get the first round draft pick, the number one draft pick. Do they want to?
I think the Titans wouldn't. I don't think the Titans want the number one pick because, everybody's expecting a quarterback to be taken number one again this year.
Again.
Yeah.
You always trade it away. You don't have to. You don't have to pick with the number one pick.
Oh, I know. I know. Yeah, trust me, I know. But for some reason, the NFL teams don't think that way.
I think the Titans can win this. I don't know if they do. I'm gonna rock with the Chiefs because I've been rocking with them all year, and they've been disappointing me all year. Might as well just keep that trend.
I'm gonna go Titans.
Vikings and Giants.
Vikings.
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 I'm going to go with the upset. I'm
Man,
going
Corey,
Giants.
you took it from me. And if it wouldn't have been
Yep.
plus 124, the money line was terrible. Otherwise, I'd have done it. If the money line would have been decent, I'd have done it. Giants. I don't trust JJ McCarthy. What JJ are you gonna get? You gonna get the one that throws 6 interceptions, or you got one that's gonna play like an all pro? I don't know. Bucks and Panthers.
Panthers.
Ooh.
I've got my son's Bucks.
Ugh.
Hey, Diane, before you pick this game,
Yeah.
just remember Rod's beard and hair versus Dio's eyebrows.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Bucks for zero reason. I just am gonna
That's who
go
I'm going with.
Bucks.
These Bucks.
Thank you, Diane.
I picked the Bucks to win that
You're welcome,
division.
Di.
I need this win in order to make my prediction correct. Give me the Bucks. What's up?
Hey, Brandon. Can we do so?
What's
Can we
up?
do something on this though, real quick? For Rod and Dio, if that game ends in a tie, you both have to do it.
That's fine, but it's not going to happen.
Well, we said
Go
that
ahead,
about the
just let me
Cowboys
know.
and Green Bay.
Fine, but it's
Yep, that's all I wanted to say on that.
We didn't think the Cowboys and Green Bay were going to end in a tie. Look where we are.
Jesus.
And that's the
Yeah.
only reason we're actually still in contention and we're not eliminated from playoffs. Bengals at Dolphins.
Oh, my God. It gets worse. I'm going Bengals.
I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Give me Joe
Give me the
Burrow.
Bengals. I cannot believe Miami's actually favored in this game. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Miami's not favored in this game. The Bengals are favored in this
I
game
know.
by 4.5. Money line is plus 180 on Miami. I don't like it.
They still got A-Chain.
That's my
You
player.
say that every week, Rod.
You were actually we kind of talked about this earlier, me and Dio, and I got to thinking, and Dio, you said something, and you know what Quinn Ewers is really good at?
What?
Does anybody know what Quinn Ewers is really good at? He's really good at one read options. If you only make him one read half the field, and he just has a one read and get rid of it, he can actually do that pretty well. I don't like the coach down there in Miami, but you know what he's really good at? Scheming one read options.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Ewers might actually do well in Miami. He's still a bum, and I'll still take Sam Elliott.
I mean, that's fair. He was your quarterback.
No,
That's
my quarterback
fair. He was your quarterback at Texas.
Was.
But
Was.
when you were a Texas fan when he was there, he was your quarterback.
I was screaming from the time
Yep.
that he said he was coming back his senior year. I said to boot him. Go ahead and bring up the kid. Do not let him play his senior year. I do not want a super senior to not make the playoffs. He made the playoffs and he got
Right.
mollywopped. Congratulations. You made it to get one.
You know what though? I look. We went down the Shadur path together, and here we are, both wearing Browns jerseys today. And I want you to go down the Ewers path with me. Now that he's in the NFL and is getting an opportunity to play as a starter.
I'll tell you what. Next year, he plays. He wins. You give me 2 wins in the last 3 games, and become the number 1 starter next year. I got you. I will buy a Quinn Ewers jersey.
Okay.
I got you. Will you give me 2 wins? 2 wins and starter next year. I'll get a Quinn Ewers jersey. And I'll wear it every freaking game day.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. He's a bum.
Talking about game day real quick. I've got game day on the TV behind me or in front of me, and a fan in the audience at game day, the college game day, has a poster with Kellen DeBoer in Michigan outfit, and it says "After this game."
They gonna run him out.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
I
fine.
just thought it was funny.
if he loses, if DeBoer loses that game tonight and they lose it like I think they're going to lose it, I could see him running to Michigan as the head coach.
I just laughed. I just thought that was
I'm not
funny.
sure.
I seen it. Sorry, guys.
I'm not sure that
was
he'll make it
funny.
on
As
the
long
bus.
as it ain't Kenny.
What'd you say, Diane?
The what, Diane?
Yeah, I don't know.
I said as long as it's not Kenny, that's fine.
Right?
Going to Michigan. You can take the war right on up and just leave my Kenny alone.
Diane,
I
your
love it.
Kenny is safe. He's
Yes.
talking about it, contract extension. If that goes south, don't hesitate. Michigan will come calling with the bag.
You know what?
Jags
What's the
and
next game,
Broncos.
Brandon?
Jags, because Broncos
Broncos.
they've already sealed up everything. So I think the Jags go in and take the win.
They're not sold up everything.
Hmm.
I know, but they're sitting pretty. I mean, they've got to stay ahead of New England, but I would have taken the Jags anyways in that situation. Jags are playing hot football right now.
I'm taking the Jags. Um, they're doing
That's an
exactly
AFC
what I said they would
matchup.
do.
Give me the Jags.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
I have Broncos.
You're
Tell
not
Mary.
on that island.
Falcons at Cardinals.
Tell Mary.
Who cares?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
know
gonna
yeah.
that's
take a
right.
nap.
I'm gonna.
Falcons.
Where are they at? They in Arizona?
Yeah, they're in Arizona.
Brissett. Brissett's gonna win
Yeah.
that game.
I'll take the Cardinals at
Okay.
home.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Falcons.
I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
Rod, who you got?
I hope I don't have to watch that game.
No, I don't have it either.
Me too.
That's
Give me
probably the game I'm
the
going to have on my TV.
Hey, cute.
give me the damn. Give me the Falcons.
Holy crap, Rod!
I want to say Cardinals, but I can't say it because they're just as bad.
Shit on the pant.
Spit it out,
Shit
dude. It
on the
ain't going to hurt
pot
that
in your
bad. It
pants.
ain't going to hurt for long, dude.
Rod, just pick one, Rod. Your pants or the pot.
I,
Shit, let's go.
I said the Falcons.
Okay,
Raiders and
Falcons.
Texans.
Okay.
Texans.
Sweep, right?
Texans.
Texans.
Steelers
boy.
at Lions.
Lions.
Ooh, Lions. Sorry, Dio.
No, it's all good.
I'm going with
Yeah,
your Steelers.
look, we don't have T.J. Watt again this week. You know, and our defense actually stepped up last week. Looked good. I go ahead and give me my Steelers in this one. I think Aaron Rodgers gets it done.
Can they do it 2 weeks in a row though?
Ugh.
I think so. Aaron Rodgers is starting to show
Brandon?
the old Aaron Rodgers.
Brandon's the
Aaron Rodgers
pick.
plays better in December. Every year. I mean, it never fails. We get in December and Aaron Rodgers starts playing his best ball. Tiny hands, Jared Goff, can't really string together games like that. So he had a great game last week. I don't expect Jared Goff to do it 2 weeks in a row. Give me Aaron Rodgers with the upset. And I actually did put cheddar on that one. I did like the money line in that one. Patriots or Ravens?
Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm a Patriots fan this weekend because I need them to beat the Ravens. Help us out.
I think the Patriots do win.
So I'm
Yeah.
concerned what kind of game Drake May will have after last week.
He had a great first half, terrible second half.
I mean, I got the Patriots.
On you, buddy.
I
Okay.
picked them to win that division. They are still a game ahead of Buffalo. Need them to win that division. I really need the Browns to pull up the upset. And then 49ers take on the Colts.
You know my answer.
Yeah, we know where you're going.
You know what?
Niners.
You know what? Give me that 45-year-old quarterback, Philip Rivers, or 44-year-old. He's going to get
Oh
the
my
first
God.
win back this week.
No, he's not.
I would like to say that, but I think there's more chance that he gets knocked out of the game
Yes.
than he gets the win. I got to go with
Agreed.
San Fran.
I can't even imagine getting on a football field at that age. At my age. I mean, like, it's ridiculous.
You're not that age. You're like 25. Be quiet.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm older than Philip Rivers, actually.
So am I. It's okay.
But you know, when you have 10 plus kids and a grandkid, you got to have that health insurance.
Insurance. I'm telling you.
And why not reset your clock
Oh, yeah.
for 5
I'm
years?
Niners.
Yep. Me. Who do you got,
That's what the
Rod?
Colts.
Andy, you said Colts. DIL.
Niners, man.
Thank you.
No, I'll
Man,
go with my friend's team, Diane, but she won't go for my team. I get it. I get it.
No,
smart
I'm
lady.
I think I'm gonna
sorry.
take
You
Old
Okay.
Man
know how
Rivers
I
in
feel
this too.
about Aaron Rodgers, and I just don't think he.
I think I'm gonna take Old Man Rivers in this too.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
something just feels weird
Handle
about
it.
that game. Y'all should
Oh,
absolutely win
how's
that
it
game.
feel? How's it feel, Diane? How's it feel? How's it feel when somebody goes against your team, Diane?
It's
Huh?
all right.
How's it feel?
It's
No,
okay.
I
I
just
understand we all
something
have
just feels
different
weird about that
opinions.
game.
We all have
And then
different
seeing
opinions.
seeing Philip Rivers outperform seeing Philip Rivers outperform several quarterbacks last week, including Patrick Mahomes, including Baker, not Baker.
Shaderp.
Yeah, Shador was one. There was a bunch that he outperformed last weekend,
Shaderp.
and
Sure.
in fact,
He
Sam
did.
Darnold was on that list. I don't remember who all was on that
Sure.
list, but
I
anyway,
love
seeing
it.
Philip Rivers with a second week at home with their back with their back against their back against the wall. I trust that defense and I trust Jonathan Taylor and we
Shaderp.
should dirt.
Somebody needs to come up with a dance called the Shaderp.
Was that?
Yeah,
That's the
that's the
Monday
Monday
night
night
game,
game.
wasn't it, Brandon?
Doing the dirt.
Well, I got one thing that I got to
Sure.
rebuff on Dio on the Bears
Yeah.
Packers game real quick. The Bears will also be without Rome
Yeah, they were last week.
Odunze, Luther Burden III, and there's a chance Swift doesn't
So I'm
play.
telling you, they didn't have a doomsday last week, and they did just fine on offense. So
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that there's a chance commit could. There's a
Well,
chance
they still
commit
got
doesn't play too.
Loveland. They still have DJ
Yeah,
Moore.
they do. They
They
do.
still
I'm just
have
saying.
Monungai.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're offensive players that are could be out. That's what I'm saying.
The
Is
Bears'
just
offense isn't impressive to me.
I
That's
think
not
it's
what's been impressive. What's been impressive is their defense has been finding a way to win. Their defense is finding a way to get a turnover in a big
well,
moment.
yeah.
The defense is finding a way to
Yeah.
get a third down stop. The defense is figuring it out. And Ben Johnson is just getting the offense to do just enough to keep them in it.
And
That's
if you remember the 2000 Ravens, that's what they did. They had an elite defense with a marginal
no,
quarterback.
that was 2000. Was that the one that they were holding people to under like 10 points?
you're talking about the years of you're talking about the Rex Grossman year.
No,
How about the Ravens?
No, he's talking about the
when
Ravens. The
they
year
2000.
when they were keeping people under 10 points.
yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying the Bears are doing
That was
that,
the
but
Chris
they gotta
McAllister
get
era,
enough
wasn't it?
defense with
Exactly
that.
what you just said when you said that's the comp.
You're right.
That's crazy. Deuce.
yes.
All right, guys. Well, Diane, we appreciate you being here with us. This has been today's episode. This episode is brought to you in part by Heaven
Thanks
Sent
for
Heaven
having
Gear.
me.
Go to hshbgear.com. 15% off promo code married. W Energy 10% off promo code married. Dugout mugs and Styles apparel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will catch you all next time.
Hold on. Diane, go ahead and plug your business.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. You guys can find I do surprise jewelry reveals through BP on the TikTok, so you guys can come over and see. We have a lot of fun. So thank you.
Just on the
There you
TikTok?
go.
On the TikTok. Now you got me. You and Corey got me saying on the
Yep.
TikTok.
On the TikTok.
So it's just on TikTok. That's the only way they can find you.
You only on
That's the only
TikTok
place
now?
I do it right now. Yeah, it's the easiest one right now, even though it's yeah. Yep.
Get her on the TikTok before she expands,
Thank
people.
Thank you guys, though. I appreciate you.
No, we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
guys.
awesome.
Peace.
No problem.
See ya.